Okay, so this is going to be an update on my famous 2012 porridge video. I'm going to make this one slightly different. Now, you want to get yourself some oats. I use these, which are from a supermarket called Aldi. They're actually really nice. I mean, you can use any. I don't really like the cheaper oats. You can get some really cheap ones, so I tend to try and get these, or any really, any that are they're kind of half decent. Now what I do is I use about 3/4 of a cup, like a coffee cup, just a standard size cup. Now I'm going to film this video. Back in 2012, my girlfriend at the time was filming it. Now there's no girlfriend this time, but I do have an assistant. He knows his porridge. Exactly, I do. So what I've started actually doing is I've started soaking the oats overnight. So I just pour them in there like that. Cup of water. So I'm going to pour that in. Pour in the water. Just give it a stir. Just make sure that the oats are kind of under the water. You don't have to do this process, but I find that it actually kind of softens up the oats a little bit. So I'll just leave that overnight. I'll put the lid on because obviously you don't want to get any flies going in it. So in fact that needs a good clean. Look at that, it's filthy. But yeah, I'm going to leave that soaking overnight. And this guy said that he's going to guard the pan, make sure no one gets into it. Right, so I've got half a cup of almond milk, so I'm just going to pour that in. Pour that into the pan. Give it a good stir in like that. Let it get hot, and then once it starts to boil, I'm just going to simmer it. Right, so it's just starting to boil now. So what I tend to do is stir it and turn down the heat. I'll just turn down the heat. You don't want it to stick, so just give it a stir. You can kind of feel if it's sticking anyway. And just let it simmer for I guess a couple of minutes. Okay, so the porridge has been simmering for about 2 minutes now, so just pour it into your bowl. I just want to say as well, if you're new to making porridge, you want to put water in the bowl straight away, cold water, because otherwise it'll go hard, and once that goes rock hard, it goes like concrete and it's really hard to get off your pan. So just fill your pan with cold water right to the top. Okay, if you wanted, you could just eat the porridge like that. But what I do is I put some honey on top, just about that much. Just put a bit of honey on there like that. What also I use is I've got some cinnamon. Started using a bit of cinnamon. I find this quite nice to have on top. Just like that. Sprinkle a bit on, and also a chopped banana. So just put a few pieces of that on like that. You've got your carbohydrates, bit of honey on top, bananas, which seem to go really well with the porridge, and there you go. Decent bowl of porridge there. Sets you up for the day, gives you energy. I believe it's a slow release carbohydrates, they call it. Slow release. So give it a try. I'd recommend that. Making it with the almond milk.